Buffalo Bills 2021. Let's start there. If they don't win the East, what is the explanation? Injuries notwithstanding. Obviously, every team is going to suffer some injuries. But let's say that you catch a break, or the Bills do, in terms of health in 2021. What would stop them from winning the East that they're so heavily favored to win, like I say?
Josh Allen, it's going to be an interesting season for him. I mean, I think that the Bills still want to see more out of him. Unless they do something, right before the season, they haven't given him that contract extension yet. Maybe they do want to see one more season before committing what could be a historic contract to him. I don't know if I want the Patrick Mahomes 10 years, lifetime contract, or a 4-year, 5-year kind of deal. But either way, it's going to be a lot of money for a small market team that still has to figure out this stadium situation. I mean, that is just a huge financial decision. And as good as he was last season, Checky, I mean, it can backtrack. We've seen it, right? We've seen Carson Wentz play like an MVP, suffer that injury, and he hasn't been able to get back to that form. Derek Carr, I mean, he was an MVP candidate before he suffered his leg injury that season. I think they got to see it again. I mean, I wouldn't, I believe in Josh Allen. I think he is probably the answer, and the relationship he has with Diggs and all the weapons they've surrounded him with, it's not your father's Bills teams. I mean, that they can outscore you. They can drop 40 points on a dime, but I think that they got to see it again. And he was the most inaccurate quarterback the 2 prior seasons. So with a full offseason, these defensive coordinators are watching his game. They're seeing what his strengths are, his weaknesses. I think he had like 20 dropped interceptions last year too. To answer your question, if they don't win the division, it's because Josh Allen took a huge step back, which it still is a possibility.